Hey Guardians, it's your boy Deja Vu here, and today we're tearing things up with one of the most fun and powerful Strand Titan builds I've ever used yet. Before we dive in, just check this out. I believe this Titan build is an S tier build, and I will consider this build after the Stasis buff Titan, which came out like the previous week. You can check that out as well, link in the description of the video, and it's really cool. I also did solo behemoth on that build on the Stasis buff. Okay, now back to the business. We're rocking the Abeyant exotic legs with the brand new Wolfsbane exotic X from the Heliostat mission, and trust me, this setup is disgustingly good. Between suspending everything inside and healing while dealing massive damage, this build turns your Titan into a literal Strand-powered juggernaut. Let's break it all down. Now let's see first why is Abeyant Leap so good here with this build. These exotic legs are the reason Strand Titans become a top tier class for endgame content. This takes your Drangle Lash aspect and make it hit way harder. Instead of one wave, you send out 3 waves of suspending energy every time you pop up your barricade. Each wave hits enemies and suspend them, and even unstoppable champions. Okay, now with the subclass setup. Super, Blade Fury, your main damage and control super. It's amazing for suspending unstoppable and slicing through bosses, and plus, it keeps your Banner of War buff rolling the whole time. Okay, for the melee, we're using your Frenzied Blades, solid for close quarter engagements, but honestly, with this setup, melee isn't your main focus, trust me. Grenade, Shackle Grenade, always go with the Shackle Grenades. It suspends targets instantly and keeps the Strand control flow going. Okay, for the aspects, Drangler's Lash, perfect synergy with Abeyant Leap, give you triple suspend waves with your barricade. Banner of War, the heart of your sustain, heals you, boosts your damage, and keeps you alive in any fight. So this is perfect for this build. You literally need here Banner of War. You always use Banner of War for this build. Okay, for the fragments, Threat of Warding, picking up Orbs of Power gives you Woven Mail for extra tankiness. Threat of Transmutation, weapon kills with Woven Mail active, spawn tangles, adds damage and control. So this is perfect. Threat of Wisdom, this creates Orbs of Power, fuels your Woven Mail uptime and your mods. Perfect. Thread of Fury, damaging enemies with tangles gives melee energy as extra loop potential. Everything here feeds into your survivability and uptime. It's all about constant sustain and non-stop crowd control. Okay, for the stats. Your stat focus should be class, weapon, grenade, and then super. Melee is not important here, trust me, you will barely need it here. Okay, for the armor and mods, helmet, siphon mods for orb generation and special heavy ammo finder, so this is perfect. Gauntlets, bolstering detonation plus grenade font boosts your grenade stats by 20%, perfect. Chest, any resistance mod based on activity, plus 1 strand ammo finder for the weapons that you're using here. I'm going to tell you later on in the video. For the legs, Abeyant Leap, of course, the exotic core of this build, use 1 scavenger mod as for the solar one, and the also weapon font. Alright, now let's talk about what really makes this build shine. Wolfsbane, the new exotic X from the Heliostat mission, which you can play and get this X for free. This thing is really good. With attrition orb perk, every few hits or kill generates orbs of power, and those orbs trigger your fragments for Woven Mail and fuel Banner of War for extra healing and damage. Okay, so you're in a perfect loop here. Deal damage, make orbs, get Woven Mail, heal, deal more damage. Perfect feedback cycle. For backup, use Mint Retrograde for stunning barriers, though ammo's a bit limited here, but it's okay. It's still fine. The main focus will be on the Wolfsbane here, trust me. Okay, in the artifact, use the Flame Fiber and Freeze, which combines the Solar Strand and Solar Stasis modes into one. Perfect. Use Tightly Woven, which is while Woven Mail is active, grants gain increased class ability and grenade stats. Perfect for this build. Use the Refreshed Heads, which is also nice here. And always use the Cauterized Darkness because we're going to be debuffing here a lot with the Strand, and when you debuff, you can do more damage with your X here because it's solar, so this is perfect for this loop. Okay, Elemental Daze. Stunning a champion with an elemental weapon creates an elementally aligned explosion, applying a matching element debuff to those and nearby targets. Always use Elemental Daze, it's very important in every GM you're gonna go in. And Shield Crush, while you have Woven Mail, melee recharge faster and deals increased damage. And finally, Iron Lord's Vigor. While wielding a sword, you take decreased damage. Rapid final blows grants ammo to the wielder. Perfect for the X build. And now guys, I will show you how to use this build effectively. So first I'm going to kill an enemy, and when I kill one, So basically it's going to give me Banner of War here, and with the Banner of War I'm also getting Woven Mail because I am generating orbs with this X. I have basically now a full Nano Assault bar full ready. Now I'm going to show you a glitch which you can use with this build. It's basically when you charge this axe and just swing it and then switch back to another weapon, this will give you an extra ammo and it's going to recharge very quickly. Just check this out. Now you have extra plus 14 on the X and you get your nano back very quickly here. So you're basically swinging this weapon again and again and it's perfect loot. Alright Guardians, that's the full Strand Titan build featuring Abeyant Leap and the new Wolfsbane exotic. If you enjoyed this build or learned something new, please like and subscribe. It really helps out this channel and keeps me cooking up more Destiny 2 chaos for you guys. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace!
Commanders above, we agree to the right of war. The Cabal sends forth its champion. The challenge is ready. Our blood flows together. May it lead A shame you must pay the price for your commander's pride.
The Guardians need to know. I'll leave it to me.
My warriors pledge themselves to the right of proof. Cut them down so you can.
Must be done.
how the Vanguard fights its wars.
Our fight is champion. We need not slaughter every cabal in your army.
Do not expect gratitude. Those you leave behind will grow. They will learn.
Good. If our foes are capable of growth, let us be the catalyst that forces them to change.
I know stories of beings who cut at the legs of powerful heroes. My tank will not be felled so easily. what your light can do. I seek that power, not for myself, but for my people.
How selfless. Perhaps we can discuss this further after your people stop trying to kill us. Hold strong, Guardians. One final victory is all I ask.
Now, the final trial. Battle against the champion of the Cabal. have honored our traditions, and I must honor yours. I will see you soon, to